Hello, everyone. It's so wonderful to be here for my first ever Zeldathon. I'm Skybills, and along with me, I have Amaya Sings doing hosting, and I have Author Blues here on comms, because who better to just, give me the kind of verbal business during this wonderful shuffler that Auth and Bersentia have created than Author Blues himself. So thank you, y'all, both for being here. Welcome.
Yay! So excited.
Oh, yes. And again, I have to set Auth up here because it's inevitable what's going to happen. You have to understand the last few times I had Auth on for comms, he did this thing where he was like, oh, you haven't died yet, Sky. And then I proceeded to snowball into death. So excuse me for something like that,
Well, that definitely won't happen.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my.
I think I've got a job already. Yeah, thank you already for that donation. Keep going, Sky. I've got to get this organized on the back end.
Oh, no problem. No
No
problem. So I'm going to count in from 3 and we are going to get this timer started. So we are going in 3, 2, 1, go. I don't know why I thought I had a timer up, because I don't, because I'd rather not know. So Auth, do you want to talk a little bit about the particulars of the shuffler, since you are one of the folks who developed it?
Yeah, so the BizHawk Shuffler, it's a script that runs in BizHawk. You can do it yourself with any games of your choosing, and you can set it up so that it shuffles randomly on a sort of timer. So Sky here is using between 45 and 60 seconds, I believe. Mm-hmm. So every time it shuffles, it sets a new timer, and when that timer goes, it swaps to a random game. It keeps track of where you were in the games that you leave, so when you swap back to those games, you are wherever you left off, even if that is over a pit or just about to run into an enemy or something like that. It can get really chaotic. Some of the games that Sky's playing are particularly nasty for this. In my opinion, the Shuffler works best for platformers, and Sky's playing it on the quintessential platformers. So there's going to be a lot of times where Sky's going to be jumping over a pit, and in midair, it will swap her to another game, and hopefully she lands when she comes back.
Oh, well, as I said, there's that buffered input, right? That's the first time I think.
Hope for the best.
That's the first time we've seen Yoshi's house and a shuffler. So yeah, one of the problems is that a shuffler is meant to be more of a survival run. Well, unfortunately, as a speedrunner of all 4 of these games, I have this bad habit of wanting to do speedrun tricks when this really isn't, again, about going fast per se. It's about survival. You're supposed to prioritize survival. That's how we beat the estimate in most of this. So again, I want to give a big shout out to everyone who made the Super Mario World milestone workout. So shout outs to y'all, chat. You're real ones. Thank you so much for your generosity for Starlight. Also 350, don't judge me. Go ahead, Amaya.
Yeah, I was going to say, speaking of Starlight, we do have some donations, and I think some of these came through in the break, so I want to say thank you to Gus for your $30. Thank you to Palm for your $32.46. Thank you to Elisinia's Bum for $20. What a name. And Stone, thank you for your $31.10. Yeehaw! Thank you, everybody. Keep it coming for Starlight. And we can remind the people in a little bit, or right now if it's a good time, what Starlight is here to do.
Oh, please do. Yes, by all means.
All right. Okay, I don't want to interrupt you, so please, take the reins anytime, Sky.
Gotcha.
All right. Starlight, as I'm sure most of us know already, is of course here to provide happiness to seriously ill children and their families, especially when they're in the hospital for extended stays. And typically, it's easy to get a little bit hopeless when there's not necessarily a concrete end in sight. Or maybe there is, but it's going to be a minute. So one of the big things that they do is they provide a lot of entertainment and gaming stations that are set up specifically to safely travel from room to room, from child to child to have some fun with, right? Create some community, some socialization for kids that may end up liking the same games. Create some really fun core memories while they're otherwise not creating super fun core memories. So just really a delivery of happiness, right, that Starlight provides. In addition to the cool hospital gowns that usually are like superhero cape themed. Just kind of looking at Mario, thinking of especially Mario World, right? The cape definitely comes to mind, and who doesn't want to feel like Super Mario flying around? So yeah, Starlight does a whole lot of, provides a whole lot of happiness and joy. That's why we're here. That's the cause today. Back to you, Sky.
Oh, hello. Well, Oth, I hope you appreciated that box jump. I did it just for you.
Yeah, you're doing great.
Gaming.
This guy's very good at all of these games, and while what you will see here is not going to look exactly like speedrun strats, because going for speedrun strats when the game is constantly swapping in and out from underneath you is a good way to just never make any progress. Sky has very consistent strats that she's developed by doing the shuffler so many times that are very impressive, even if they're not exactly the same as every speedrun you've seen before. You noticed in Super Mario World that Sky grabbed a Yoshi early and held on to him. I mean, that's life insurance, right? That's you get swapped out of the game. Next time you go back, you're over a pit. Well, Yoshi will happily give you a way back out. So, these are the sorts of little things that you're thinking of when you're playing these games. You know, in Super Mario Bros. 3, speedrunners typically avoid the Tanuki Leaf because the tail, the flight that you get with the tail, is actually slower than running. That's the reason why in pretty much every SMB3 speedrun you've ever seen, they don't fly over levels, is because the leaf is actually slower. But the small amount slower that it is pales in comparison to the time you would lose if you just died. So Sky is going to use the tail as much as possible so that when bad things arise, she has a plan, a strategy to get back out.
I think I like the way you worded it, Oth. You're talking about life insurance. That's exactly what it is. So, like, for example, I'm going to go in this mushroom house. You never see a mushroom house here. But again, if I were to die in one of the auto-scrollers coming up in World 8, I have something at least to fall back on a little bit. Because sometimes during a marathon, things can get a little nerve-wracking, you know? Ah, yes, my nemesis, Lost Levels. So right now in my stream, I'm working on something called the YOLO campaign, and I just, probably as of a couple weeks ago, I beat Lost Levels for the first ever time without dying. You know, you think someone for a speedrunner like me that, you know, that had to have happened at some point. Not really. This game is not exactly friendly by any means, especially because I prefer to do small Luigi strats, although there I kind of broke my rules a little bit. I had to get across the finish line. But as you can see there, my movement with Luigi's a little more fluid than you'd normally see.
Wow. Nice level 1.
Oh, thank you. Oh,
I remember.
Yeah?
Yeah, I remember playing this game as a kid and just, yeah, it is very punishing. It is not forgiving at all.
It is.
If the scale between first time play and world record is like a 1 to 10 scale, Sky is like at least an 8 in every one of these games. So, like, it's a different experience. She's speedrun several of these games at a pretty high level, but you know, the specific strats that you see here are definitely much more catered toward the shuffler.
Yeah, so right there, for example, again, we'd like to keep the Yoshi for life insurance. As soon as we get the cape takes the place of the Yoshi, except if we manage to go into that special world that we have as an incentive right now, you're going to see Yoshi come back. Now, don't ask what happens to the Yoshi in between segments. You're not going to want to know the answer to that, I promise you. Some people may find it a little painful what happens to Yoshi long-term in Super Mario World. You know, just Yoshi things.
Poor Yoshi.
Oh my gosh, we're actually going to get to see Mario 1. Where was that game? Not a fan of this one, honestly, compared to all the others. I like the way Luigi jumps better, so Lost Levels overall isn't as bad, but Mario 1 just has this thing to it. Just not a fan. The game over system's a little more unforgiving than it is in Lost Levels. Nope, did not want that. But in addition to doing the shuffler, Author Blues is also a pretty seasoned runner in most of these games. And we got a little more of a taste of these games when we did the Nintendo World Championship back at AGDQ 25, where Auth just kicked the rest of our butts, frankly. Kudos to him. And it featured, actually, I think, all of these games, except for SMW.
Yeah, I think all of them were in it.
Yeah. So that alone is like a place, too, where we were able to sharpen our skills for all these games as well. And then, of course, there is the All-Stars card as well. I don't know if the version of Super Mario World on the All-Stars card is different. I'm using the Famicom version of SMW for this, but I don't know if there's any differences on the All-Stars card plus SMW for that. Auth is good at Lifeline, yes. He sure is.
The Super Mario All-Stars plus SMW card, if I'm not mistaken, is US only, so it would be
Oh,
American.
look at that!
That was great.
See, I
That
get...
was a specific strategy that pretty much only Luigi can do.
Yeah.
This game is really kind of a just remember who is each level. Some levels are faster with some characters, faster with other characters, and knowing the right one to choose is the secret to being successful at SMB2. It's not like when we were kids and you just play as Princess Peach for every level.
Oh, yeah. I tended to like Luigi, but I get you that most people do kind of default to Peach. So here, I have to resist the urge to go warpless because I've been doing warpless for YOLO here. And we're going to be taking warps now. What a concept. So going 4-1. And remember, for those of you who are SMB1 nerds, do not try to jump over the piranhas like you would in the NES version. It's not going to work the way you think it's going to work. So we have to make sure we use our fireballs here to get rid of the piranhas. There we go, just like that. Yeah, the hitboxes are a little bit different in this version, and the camera, of all things, is a little different in SMB3. Speedrunners tend to have an anti-preference for the SMB3 on the All-Stars version as a result. We're not going to see it, but the Superman jump in 1.6 is a prime example of why we don't like the camera in SMB3.
And Sky, while you're shuffling around in all these worlds, I believe you mentioned just a couple minutes ago something about the special world.
Yes!
Yeah, that would happen at the end of the run?
Towards the end, yes.
Toward the end. Got it. Yeah, I think we're working on plugging that in right now, so you guys should see a fun little quest appear soon. But we did have $30 come in from Clinkit. That was that fun noise a minute ago. And she says, here's my hootenanny match. Good luck, Sky. Thank you so much for taking part in this event. So happy to have you here. Big smiley. And thank you, Sky. We love you.
Aw, I love y'all too. And Clinkit, thank you so much for that. Oh no! Laga 2! No! So that was an example of how the shuffler can just be unfortunate, which is fine. It's fine. The good part about this is right before 4-2. We get our power-ups pretty much back instantly. There could have been way worse things that could happen there, but yeah, that's SMB1 for you. So, Oth, when you typically play the shuffler, what do you like to play? Do you like these Mario games? Is there something else that you've done in the past with the shuffler?
I mean, I've seen a lot of people do a lot of interesting things. Me personally, I'm a sucker for a themed shuffler, so if I'm going to play it at all, it's going to be, Mario games or Mega Man games or something like that. I don't play the Mega Man games, but I've seen a lot of people do shufflers of the Mega Man games.
Yeah,
the shufflers come a long way. We've got friends who do like damage shufflers now who, you wire it up so that instead of swapping randomly, it swaps every time you take damage in a game, which is a really different experience.
Mm-hmm. Now, I believe that's Smite who does that the most, our friend Smite. And then also I believe there are people who do longer shuffler projects. Locke is the one that I think of.
Yeah, Lock Cole Live was doing, I think he finally finished it, but for like 5 years, he would just keep adding games to it. He had like a grand total of like 3,500 games in the shuffler. He would just keep adding them every time they would run out. So, I mean, there's a lot that people have pushed my hobby software project to do, but it has seemed to hold up okay.
Oh yeah, the ring shuffler as well. Hudson Argic for that.
So the ring shuffler's not mine. I have to give credit to Alstair for that one. Alstair built the magic box, which is not based on my shuffler at all. It is like a fork of BizHawk, and it's a really cool project, or fork of RetroArch, but it's a really cool project. It takes advantage of being able to swap a lot faster using a different technique, and it gets really chaotic. If you do like the Sonic Ring Shuffler, Sonic is often running through lines of rings, which means you're shuffling, 20 times in a second, which is very, very chaotic.
So Lost Levels is not as generous of a warping game, by the way. We're going to see a lot more of Lost Levels than we normally would because you have to play through all of World 4, which is a bummer because 4-4 is a really deadly castle. Trust me, after 356 YOLO attempts of lost levels, it is not very nice, and that is the rated G way of putting it. All right, so right
Lost
here.
Levels is a particularly nasty game.
Yeah, it is. So we're gonna let Yoshi now. Let the record show Yoshi never went into a pit. All right, you all are my witnesses. No pits for Yoshi here in Donut Plains 1. All right, can I get this? Thank you. That Super Koopa would not spawn. So here, now this is perhaps one of the scariest places to get a shuffle. Maybe not particularly in this stage, but mid-flight, you're never going to be tapping this left directional like this, like what I'm doing for flight. So if we shuffle here, I'm going to drop like a rock. Just like that. And also, chat, for a reminder, that's where the mushroom is. Anyways, you had to be there. I had to get that. No, you got to understand, like, I went in and out of that warp and, or in and out of subcon there, and I did not see the mushroom the first time, so. All right, going to world.
Fortunately, in order to keep flying, all you need is to be holding Y, so as long as she doesn't find herself in an awkward spot where she's not holding Y, she should be able to be okay, but, I mean, there's times where you let go of the run button. It's not like it's impossible.
Oh, yeah. But, no, I legitimately did not see the mushroom there, so I told myself today, just to reinforce, I was going to get that mushroom here on Zeldathon today to be a big old goof.
You love to see it come full circle.
Oh, yeah. It's, if I don't remind myself, I'm never going to remember that kind of stuff. No, why?
Were you holding Y?
No, that's not what I meant by that. I meant Y as in WHY.
No, I'm saying I think you forgot to hold Y.
I think I forgot to hold something. That's for dang sure. Oh, there we go. So that's where it helps to kind of know different versions of flight. It kind of helps to know the map, the entire map of the stage. All right. Ooh, we're close to the next consoles funded. Heck yeah, let's go. Let's do it, gamers.
Absolutely. If we can get to 12,800, I can read numbers, I swear. If we can get there, we will have funded the 15th and 16th handheld consoles. So that would be pretty awesome, pretty amazing.
Why is it always when I'm trying to do something cool that it shuffles?
Just be cool, Sky. Just be cool.
Yeah, apparently. All right, so we are going to do this. And then if you take care of the second whistle in your inventory, then you end up going to World 8. So there you go. And now this is where Auth was saying, like, normally you wouldn't have a tail. This is where you would like a tail, especially in a shuffler. We're going to be going through several auto-scrollers. So, chat in advance, because it will be here before we know it. Let me know if I'm going to get 1, 2, or 3 hands during this. This is the SMB3 game, one that many folks on Warpless and, to a smaller extent in Hundo, but Warpless in any percent wouldn't appreciate. And there goes my shell. What the heck? I grabbed that so beautifully. Rude game. Rude. So this is where Auth was saying that just sometimes some speed strats just don't end up working out. They're not as compatible with the shuffler. But yeah.
Well, sometimes it's good to like plan in such a way that your strats are consistent even if you're swapping around a whole lot, so sometimes you take slightly fewer risks. I guess not fewer risks, but different risks. The kinds that are a little less detrimental if a swap happens at the wrong moment. Yep.
And speaking of which, right here, I'm going to take the spin fly option that time through. This is where you hope here you don't skid into a boo, or you don't end up taking a shuffle in a bad place. I mean, ghost houses are definitely, at least we only have to see one of them. No! No.
That's a wild place to swap out.
Oh, wild for you. I mean, y'all better hang on there. So if I've had the question come up before. Now, Scott, what does a shuffler feel like? And it's funny because it actually plays into our whole retro rodeo theme here. Think about it as you're on this like virtual mechanical bull and you are just hoping it doesn't toss you off. It's kind of what it feels like.
Yeah, Sky asked me earlier what shufflers I like to do, and the real answer is I don't do the shuffler very often. I will do it occasionally for like a special event or with friends if it's a thing that makes sense to do. But I typically don't, because the shuffler is so much more exhausting than you can realize if you haven't played it before. There's something about the mental load of knowing that the game is constantly going to be swapping on you that really does make this a tiring process.
Hey, Mario, what vine were you on? You see that? I always like that when Mario gets ahead of the vine. It's cute. Yeah, it's 1, 2, or 3. If you say any more than 3, you're kind of a jerk. That means I take a death in the hand and I still get all of them again.
Well, you could have 0 too.
Yeah, 0's fine. But if you say any more than 3, you're a jerk. Or at least
Well,
a troll.
what the options are. It's 0 through
Yes.
3.
Well, yeah, I've seen people say 4 before and be like, hey. So here, I don't have my fire flower, which is kind of sad, but it's not the end of the world. It had only taken, like 30-something years. I didn't like that either. That made me feel so sad on the inside. So now I got 2 precarious shuffles. You see, you can kind of prepare for 1 mentally, but the minute you start getting into that 2 range, all bets are off with that, you know?
The shuffles happen fast enough that sometimes you think, well, every time it shuffles, I'll just prepare for the bad one, right? So like if you know you're flying, you might say, okay, when a shuffle comes up, I need to make sure I'm holding Y and get ready to tap left. But sometimes you just like know you're in a terrible spot in multiple games, and it's like I don't know what to do with that.
Oh, absolutely, for sure. I mean, and again, it depends on what games you're playing as well. I mean, that's a big component. Like, there are some things in the Mario Shuffler that I can recover, but if I'm doing oh my gosh, okay, well, that was a thing. That was a thing.
Very well maneuvered.
Thank you. What was it? The Castlevania Shuffler, there are times where there's nothing you can do about it. Whereas at least sometimes, in air quotes, in the Mario Shuffler, you do have a fighting chance, but there's no guarantees. There you go. Oth, I am doing so many tricks for you today. I didn't even slow down there, okay? Sometimes I do this with Oth on comms, and I'm just kind of staring like this at Oth, like, oh my gosh, is he going to judge me?
I think different shufflers have real different feels too, because like when you shuffle randomly like this, you can find yourself in a bad spot. But then like that was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Shuffling from Mario to another Mario. Sometimes you can have like a bad shuffle where you know that when you come back to it, you're going to be in a bad spot. But then like the damage shuffler is a lot of pressure not to take damage, but you never really shuffle in a bad spot because it's always when you're going to have invincibility frames when you come back. You know you just took damage off of something, so you're probably in a safe spot, things like that.
This is another one. So this is a very dangerous stage for the shuffler. 4-3 is mostly pit, if you couldn't see. A lot of pit. So I mean, I want to go at full speed still, but at the same time... Oh, oh, no.
You're not dead yet.
I'm not dead yet. Yeah. We'll see. Heck.
Left wound.
Well, you gotta understand, Luigi's on ice skates in that game, okay? Like, I know it's not quite as visible because I make it look kind of smooth. Now, here's the other problem I have with where that shuffle happened. Even if I were to be able to not die there, which I think it might take a neutral jump and then maybe a little bit of a few taps on the back button, I don't know if I have enough clearance now to go where I need to go. So, we'll see. At least it's a short stage, but still, it's like, I'd prefer to not. So Amaya, if, I was going to say, if you have any more, please feel free, especially when I'm in those auto-scrollers.
We were just on the same brain cell. Unfortunately, I don't have any more donations coming in right now, but we are 90% of the way there to 12.8K to raise enough money for the 15th and 16th handheld consoles that would be given by Starlight. So that would be awesome. Or not given by them, but, given to us, to them. Let's see. We already know that Starlight gives the handheld console stations to kids in long hospital stays to provide some joy, some hope. But they do the capes, they do wagons as well. The Starlight Radio Flyer Hero Wagon has padded seats that are easily sanitized by hospital staff, along with an IV pull attachment, making it easier for all patients to enjoy a wagon ride. And I'm sorry, but like, I think I would enjoy a wagon ride. Like, can you just see the excitement? Right?
Yeah.
I think it would fix a lot of things, and I could imagine being a kid, just being filled with so much joy over wagon ride. And, we love sanitization. We certainly did last night during a certain late night run. But not only that, they do a lot of toy deliveries as well, including toys, books, games, crafting materials. I'm a big crafter. I imagine a lot of kids love a good craft coloring book. Really, just something to do, right? Something to get your mind off of what's going on. But that was a donation that did just come in. Big Head 1, thank you so much for your $25. And yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'll kick it back to you, Sky.
Yeah, thanks, Biggie. Appreciate that. Okay, I'm sorry. There was no avoiding that.
Well, there was.
There it was. Oh, right. There's a halfway. I'm not used to letting myself die and actually continue runs here, so that was amusing to me. All right. Yeah, that was mid-momentum. Like, literally, the button had already been pressed. Honestly, for that being the first place I died, that's pretty good so far.
You're almost halfway through SMB 2J, and this game is, Sky probably won't agree because this is a game she's spent a lot of time playing, but, Lost Levels is probably the hardest of the games in this collection.
Oh, we didn't cover it because there was stuff going on, but did you want to explain why I did what I did in Mario 2 with my menuing? Because that's a little different than the traditional any in Mario 2U.
Sure. The any % route in SMB2, the US game SMB2, is slightly different on the NES as it is on the Super Nintendo, because the Super Nintendo version in the All-Stars collection allows you to save and quit and keep track of your progress and even go back to previous levels. So the any % route involves getting to like World 5 and then saving and quitting and going back to World 4.
No, World 6 and go back to 5, but yeah.
6 to 5, yeah. Which is slightly different than the route that's in the NES version because there's no save and quit in the NES version. So.
Yeah, since
if you're a big SMB2 head, which I know most of us here are, then you're probably thinking to yourself, "Whoa, what's going on there?" I promise everything's above board.
Yeah. You avoid fighting an end boss that way. You don't have to fight Triclide, which is kind of nice. Bowser, please move. Thank you. Okay. Sorry.
Very nice.
Sometimes he just will not move. So we had a death in 4-3, but no death in 4-4. I feel like that kind of makes up for it. 4-4 is one of the most difficult levels in all of Lost Levels. So feels good to have that one behind me, deathless at least. But yeah, Oth is right. This is absolutely the toughest game. I've just spent so... Oh, well, that was a thing. Now, how far are we away from the special world incentive here? Because we're not getting super close, but we're getting close enough where I should be asking about it now. Why?
I don't know that there's anything explicitly plugged yet, but I'm thinking that's our cue to maybe get something in there soon.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, it's coming. Don't worry, we're cooking on it.
Well,
I'll let you know more soon.
I can't blame the shuffler on that one. That was the world's tiniest. Remember when I told you those piranha hitboxes are a little mean in this one? I meant it. Okay, well, now we have this situation. Can y'all move? Can you move? Move?
And Sky, about how long until we would get to that point?
It depends on how much of SMW we see. We still have all of Star World theoretically to do, so it's just going to depend. Oh, my mind thought I was in a different level for a second. I'm like, what is going on?
It just needs to be before she goes into Bowser's Castle.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
probably looking at like 20 minutes of shuffles.
Okay. That was about what I was gonna guess. So sounds good. Thank you.
Oh, now Lost Levels is starting to snowball. That's all right. Yeah, the first one I've totally forgot about the win because I'm like, wait a second, and I'm like, okay, now I'm where I need to be. But yeah, about 20 minutes.
That's the other really tricky thing about the shuffler is that you swap back into a game, and even if you're not having the issue like I would sometimes have where you swap into SMB1 or SMB2J and you don't know which one it is because they look very similar if you're not playing as two different characters. On top of that, like sometimes, unless you're really familiar with the game, which, I mean, sometimes I am, sometimes I'm not, it can be hard to tell even like what level you're in and what's coming up next because you lose all that context after swapping and being away from it for a few minutes.
Oh yeah, definitely. Especially if it's been, there could be times where you go 20 minutes and you don't see a certain game. So sometimes it's really easy for your mind to get twisted through this. All right, let's get
That's
that.
super interesting. But it makes sense, right? Because it is almost like a number generator where anything could happen.
Luigi, where are you? Nope, that's the wrong hole. There you go. Now here, this is a birdo that only spews flames, and because we're in the shuffler, this is one of the few mushrooms that I like to get for reals. It's not like the make-believe one we saw. You know what? I'll allow it. Yeah, I will very much allow that. Okay, I have to remember which one. I think this is the one on the end. Yeah.
Yeah, are you at the first one or the second one?
Yeah. Okay. Now, the nice thing about Lost Levels, as if there is a nice thing, right? Oh, heck. Is the, okay, you know what? Actually, that works. Is that Lost Levels, if I do game over, it's really not that big of a deal.
New bounties posted.
Ooh.
Let's ride.
Let's go.
Yeah,
Okay, there it is.
The All-Stars collection made some changes to some of the games, and one of them that they made was that SMB2J it's a really difficult game. I mean, I mentioned that already, but I really am not able to overstate how hard it is to beat. Like, go home and play SMB2J and see if you can get all the way to the end of D4. You'll have a fun week and a half. But the thing is they knew that it was a harder game and that audiences probably weren't here for all that difficulty, and so they made it so that SMB2J, when you game over, you keep track of what level you were on rather than what world you were on, and so in that way, SMB2J has a friendlier continuous system than SMB1 does, despite being a easier game.
Yeah, Miyamoto just expected you to, like, be better at SMB1, Whoa! Did you?
Ooh, wow.
What was that? That was actually kind of cool. That was.
I'm gonna interject here real quick. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
We really want to get to that Super Mario World special level. So, if you guys donate $10.17, a total of 10 times in the next 18 minutes, we could get there. But we do need those donations sooner than later. So if you have $10.17 to spare, please get those donations in.
Oh, I had so much peace.
Very nice.
I had so much peace speed. That was so much peace speed. Didn't mean to break everybody's ears in, but heck. Final stage.
Oh no, that was a lot.
Final stage in Mario 1 already. All right, so 8-4 here. Now, I unfortunately don't have the fireball, but the good news is if I keep a power up to the end, this really shouldn't be too terrible. But we'll see. I don't want to jinx anything. Oh, Oth, I keep expecting a Kaizo block to Hello. Hi.
Loud and clear, right?
Yeah, right. It's like a test of like my, No! Oh, come on. That's all right. I'll live with it. I do not like cheeps at all. Okay. Let's handle this first.
That's a pretty safe swap in SMB1. That's nice.
Yeah, that was very nice. It was very So here, hence, you know, my momentum was a little bit bad there. That's why getting that mushroom is important to me. You tend to, after you run these games, know where you're more likely to make a mistake, which is good awareness to have for a shuffler. So 5-2 here, this is just going to be nothing but a bunch of big jumps here. So I have a question. Do you know how many consoles the marathon has funded so far? Because I'm very interested.
I believe because we're trying to hit 15 and 16, I think we're up to a total of 14 right now.
Oh, wow. That is incredible. Yeah. Thank you again for everyone's generosity. We really appreciate it here.
Absolutely. And I'll read off Infantino Duck's 1017 real quick. He says, come on, chat. This is a speedrun exhibition. Let's speedrun this incentive. That's right. We want to get to that special world. Thank you, Duck.
Thank you. Now, our second warp's coming up here, and it is in a rather precarious position in 5-2. And again, it's lost levels. Of course, it's going to be precarious. But right here, we're going to warp from 5-2 to 8-1. And what I will do out of generosity is to make sure we have something to shuffle back and forth between Special World. I will add a few extra levels to Lost levels. Now, they're not practiced. They're not going to look exactly great. But, oh, that's interesting. Okay. So we have something to shuffle like SMW with, for example, if it's the last run available. Oh, I see. Hi, Amaya.
Maybe I want to see you get there too. So.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah, you're welcome. And also, I'll go into Starlight. So.
Yeah.
For a good cause. But yeah, let's get those $10.17 in, guys.
What is there significance behind the 1017?
I am sure there is. And I am also not necessarily the lore keeper of numbers. I'm really not a numbers person, to be honest.
Well, we were talking before that about the 6-7, for instance. It hurt me just to even say that as a millennial.
You know what it is? It's the secret sounds. I know as soon as Dino said it in chat, it popped into my brain. I was like, okay. Yes, it's the Mario Odyssey sound, the moon get, right? And
yeah.
You're doing the Mario shuffler, so I think that's why they landed on that.
Gotcha. All right.
Also, it's the release date too. Yeah, October 2017.
Let's see if I listen to you in Smart Ball.
All right, here we go.
I
would never trust me again, honestly.
It's fine. Maybe I jumped a little bit early. I was thinking about that because I don't do this too often. Most of the time I can make it there with a power-up.
Yeah, the timing's a little bit tricky. She's talking about there's a strategy there where you can run off the pipe that you come out of and just jump, and you can pretty consistently hit that hammer bro, but it does take a little bit of practice to figure out the timing on it. It's not free. Nothing with Hammer Brothers is ever free, but it's preferable to having to just kind of wing it because Hammer Bros are nasty.
Didn't die to the birdo, at least, on that shuffle.
That was close, and I'm glad you survived it.
There we go. All right. All right, so here we have to be Luigi. This is how we're going to get to the warp. Remember how I said if we take this route, we don't have to fight any more bosses until warp? Ooh, more Odyssey. Let's go. Right into here. Let's go. Right into the warp.
All right. Well, that was $10.17 from Cheese, who says, yeehaw! And I'm going to say, Odyssey, you see. But that is 3 out of our needed 10 donations of 1017. Let's get those moons, people. Let's get that SMW special world.
Yeah, you're really going to want to see that too, because Special World, while some of them may not be too nasty for the shuffler, it is the 8 ostensibly hardest levels in Super Mario World that Sky is offering up on the plate, and they are so varied in their contents that I think they'll all be kind of a treat to be mixed in with other games.
Oh, absolutely, especially as we get down to some of these later stages.
Halfway there.
Ooh, let's go.
Wow.
Wow, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, that was $10.14 from Mojo. Thank you, Mojo.
Aw.
More Moon Get. We've got Enosep donating 1017 as well. Thank you so much. And Shide or Shidey also donated $10.17. More moons. We're just getting all the moons, just like Odyssey, right? You get one after the other after the other.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
just crushing it. Mojo typoed the first donation, so she was so gracious as to donate another $10.17. Just saying, wow, typo. Mojo, you are too sweet. Thank you, friend.
The best kind of typo is the one that goes to helping charity.
Yes, absolutely. All right, how many hands? How many hands? 1, 2, or 3, or 0?
I'm going to be honest with you. I put points on,
Cab!
on the prediction.
This is Mr. Cab's fault. I have a friend. Every time he's watching, that's what happens. I am thankful for at least one hand, though, because I lost my tail on the shuffle, and I do not like doing Air Force without a tail. Like, I can do it, but I don't like to.
Yeah, the one positive, especially for the way Sky plays, is that the hands do end with items. Some of them are stars and some of them are power-ups. But getting grabbed by hands has the at least somewhat nice result of giving you some power-ups that you can use.
All right, there we go. Whew, I did not like that initial jump. Yo, Leslie.
Well, if it's any consolation to you, Sky, the little horse appeared at the bottom and said, I have no hands, only hooves.
Oh my gosh.
So maybe that's some good luck for you. I don't know.
I love it. I love it personally. Whoever came up with that, thank you. That's wonderful.
Uh-oh. We've got I'm a hand. It's a secret to everybody.
That's one.
Oh my goodness. Love
All right, I think it's going to be 3 hands.
Off! Come on, man!
I'm also feeling like
What?
probably.
Off! What the heck? What are you doing to me over here? Well, if it's bringing in donations, you know what? I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Not 3.
We certainly have a couple. We're 80% of the way there. We need 2 more $10.17 donations, but we do have one of those from Leslie Pro. Thank you so much. And also from Gus, $10.17. Thank you so much.
Where's the sound effect for the Price is Right losing horn? Because that's how I feel after 3 hands.
I'm helping.
Yeah, something like that. All right.
Nailed it.
There we go. The fancy grab there. Like it. That is terrifying to do, by the way. That's one of those don't try this at home. Or at least have a clean pair of pants on standby, you know? All right. World 8. There have been times where I've done the shuffler where I've gotten that vine grab wrong on like 4 attempts. So like, it felt good to get that one on the first attempt. Okay, where's my momentum? Oh, okay, it's here. That's gonna be fun.
It's a little bit of a scary swap.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Oh, goodness.
Luigi? All right, this is gonna be a tough fight. I knew that was gonna happen.
Oh.
I thought I had it.
Pick...
You know what I'm gonna do though now? Watch how fast this is with Toad. That's how Toad goes.
Dang. Toad's taking names.
Toad was like, not today. I'm gonna try to Toad here for the last level, because I like Toad in the last level. Except for this ladder climb. It'll be a little more challenging, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Oh, heck. That's fun. Ah! All right. Oh, hi, Hammer Bro. What's it? Okay, we got good Hammer Brother RNG. And go ahead, Amaya, if you want to read a few, I should be fine here for a couple minutes.
Sounds good. We have $25 coming in from Ashen Strix. Thank you so much for your $25. We still have 8 out of 10 of those $10.17 donations that are needed to hit the special world. So if we can get 2 more 1017s coming in within the next 6.5 minutes, that would be awesome. Trust us, you want to see Sky do the special world. It's going to be a blast. She's killing it out here, so get those 1017s in. And remember, you guys can hit the donate to charity button in place of where like the sub button normally is, just right underneath the stream in purple. You can also go to the pinned link right at the top. That's just donate.zeldathon.com. And again, it's all going toward our cause today, Starlight Children's Foundation. So please get those donations in. And all right, back to you in the shuffler.
Oh yeah. See what happens when I allow myself to die? Things just kind of snowball. But I'm kind of okay with it. Whoa. Ooh.
So this is the last level of SMB2. It's a pretty massive castle, though. Sky does have some tricks up her sleeve that she'll probably use.
I do. I haven't done it as Toad in a little while. So worst case scenario, I'll take a death and do it as Luigi, but I'm going to try to do this the way I like to as Toad, because I just think it looks... Oh, that was not a good place for a shuffle.
You're in water.
I don't care if I'm in water. Do you see how close to the death plane I am?
Everyone loves a good water level.
All right. We got literally the easiest level in SMW ahead, so feel free. I believe we met something?
We did meet something. We just hit over 12.8K, and that means that we just funded the 15th and 16th handheld consoles for Starlight. So that's incredible. Thank you guys for your support, your generosity. We are also just one donation away from this special world. We got $10.17 coming in from Kitsu Katsu saying, "Howdy, y'all. This ain't my first rodeo. I, in fact, went to a rodeo to be able to say that."
I love
so
that.
Much. Me too.
Guy attending his second rodeo. Well, this ain't my first rodeo.
Facts.
All right, which way you going? You're going that way, thank you. Hoping I can get this trick right again, Oth. I keep giving the Habit Brother a hug, huh?
Yeah, you're hitting it a little early. You might just be better off not worrying about it too much. Because it also has a small amount of variance with how he moves.
Oh, really? Now, see, that I didn't... Oh, heck. That I didn't know. If I have to go back to the beginning at 8, it's not bad.
It's a small amount, but it does impact it a little bit.
Now, how weird is that?
That was a spicy shuffle.
On the third hand, nonetheless, right? Now, Mario
I'm so
won.
glad you got 3 hands.
No, I'm not glad I got 3 hands. Okay, you know what I'm going to do just for chat? Well, actually, no, because I can pick up the fireball again in the fort if I want to. I'm just going to take the tail here. 3 hands. All right, now the background will flash here a little bit, so I did want to give a little bit of a content warning here on flashing. This should be, to my knowledge, the only stage where we have to worry about this pretty badly. But just wanted to give that content warning for the duration of Air Force. It's very distracting for me as well. I kind of wish they hadn't done this with the All-Stars version. But yeah, this auto-scroller, it moves twice as fast as your average. Oh, that was... I did not like that.
So what Sky's trying to do right here, it kind of looks like she's just accidentally fallen off the vine or the chain a whole bunch. If you hold up and right as you're climbing a chain and you jump, you have like a little 3-frame window where you can actually jump off of the chain. You're not supposed to be able to.
Oh, heck. I keep getting sucked up at the top.
Call it a glitch if you'd like to. But you can actually run on top of this level, which allows you to skip from basically the very beginning of it to the very end of it.
There we go. I got it.
So it's worth it to try it 100 times to avoid having to do what is a very long castle.
Yeah, Toad has to...
Scrolling.
Yes, please.
I'm sorry. While you're scrolling, I just want to shout out, we have 2 minutes to get that last $10.17 donation in so we can hit that special world. We want to do it. Somebody out there's got to Gotta pony up.
Nope.
At
That's fine.
17.
All right, so I got to
you
go
got-
back to 8-1, but I'll have power-ups at least maybe going into that, so.
Mighty fine work there, partner. That's some fine shooting.
Ooh. Is that it?
We did it!
Yay!
We did it. That is
Closed it out.
it. That was Jay Artist coming in clutch with 10-17 saying tubular.
Yeah,
Thank you, Jay.
for sure.
I think he borrowed my lunch money to do it. It's okay.
Aww.
It was a little bit of a bit. But yeah, Special World is funded. Thank you guys so much for your generosity for Starlight. And I know there's a lot going on, so I'll sit in the back here now. I'm gonna hand it back to you guys.
Whoa.
Yeah, we're mostly at the end of every. We're mostly at the end of every game. This is where SMB3 starts to get a little nasty. The other games got nasty a little before this, but SMB3 really starts to get nasty at Air Force, and doesn't really get too much better from here. SMB2J is nasty from the word go, and SMB1 varies throughout World 8, but Sky's having to redo World 8 because she trusted my judgment.
No, don't say that. It's fine. It wouldn't be the first time I've had to do that in the shuffler. As a matter of fact, SMB1's typically my least practiced of all of them, just because I do so much with Luigi in Lost Levels. All right, so this is another a lot of people don't think that this is the nasty stage. Some people think it's Air Force. No, it's definitely 8-1. Oh, that's wonderful. That is absolutely, positively wonderful. Yeah, I would definitely say World 7 is probably the more nasty out of World 7, 8. World 7's way more technical, too, in the speed run. So, of the games that I've done here, SMW and both SMB3 and SMB2s. So, I think it's pretty much everything but SMB1 I've taken pretty seriously. SMB1 is just one of those, like, yeah, I'll do it if it's in the All-Stars rotation, but I don't really have as much experience with this as I do with the other 4 games. I'm gonna drop like a rock in 8-1 Noth.
One nice thing is that Sky doing this this different route in Super Mario Bros. 2 is that she didn't have to play some of my least favorite levels. Especially, it would be especially bad in a shuffler, but some of my least favorite levels, like World 6's 6-2, where you're jumping across the birds.
Yeah, that one, I mean, you can still do... Oh, heck. Oh, William, I don't like you right now.
It was a tough spot there.
Yeah, the hitbox there felt a little
So all
funky.
these extra power-ups that Sky has managed to get through the hands that I gave her, they're really coming in clutch here, because they give her some backups.
Now, speaking of which, I am going to grab these just because I'm in a shuffler. I don't need them probably, but, you know, if I'm having one of those days, in air quotes, they wouldn't be such a bad thing to have. Oh, heck. You know, sometimes I think I'm having a bad day, and then I have a save like that, and I'm like, no, I got this, Oth. I got this.
You
See?
got this. I never
doing
doubted
it.
for a moment.
Look at that save. Like, that was freaking gorgeous. That's the weird thing about the shuffler. It can make me look bad 1 minute and amazing the next. All right, so we're going to Special World. This is where our route gets a little different.
Yeehaw!
And again, thank
Had to get
you.
that in there.
Oh, no, you're good. Thank you for everyone's generosity, too, by the way. Really appreciate it. No, I think one of the most important things about the shuffler is, despite everything that happens, you just have to learn how to take it in stride, because it's really easy to snowball in deaths. We'll see that a lot in speedruns. You know, once somebody starts taking a death or making a mistake, they'll make like a series of them. The shuffler is all about just having a good attitude, having fun, and doing what you can with what you have.
And you know, I think that the shuffler actually made you look pretty good as you had that Yoshi save a minute ago, because Cole Runnings came in with a raid, and I do want to say hello to all the raiders and thank you for joining us today. welcome to the Mario Shuffler. We're raising money for Starlight Children's Foundation, and you too can donate if you choose to with the donate button or with the link up top that is pinned. But welcome, Raiders. Thank you.
Now, see right there, I felt like the hitbox was the same there. I felt like I did the same thing I did the first time in 8-1, and I had a different result that time. Kind of odd, this game sometimes. So here...
Yep, that time you just didn't get hit by a bullet bill.
Wow. That is an astute observation, Mr. Blues.
Well, that's what I'm here to offer.
Uh-huh. So right here, this is the advantage of having to do that tough jump with Toad. Toad just handles these enemies like nobody's business. And our odds are looking good here as long as things keep going as intended here. 2U might be our first finish here.
Yeah, as long as we don't end up in a situation where you were at 1 minute controlling the game deftly and then the next moment control is wrested away from you by something other than your own power.
That sounds so, like, mysterious when you put it that way. Like the powers that be or something, you know?
I'd hate to see the game swap on you right when you're in the middle of a precarious situation.
Yeah, same, but you just got to keep going forward. Like, yeah, you can play the shuffler by pause buffering it, but what fun is that? I would rather take some deaths here and there and put on one heck of a show than, like, pause buffer my way out of it, you know?
That's so real. That's so real. In accordance with the prophecy.
Mojo's saying you kill him with garlic breath?
Yeah. Well, I mean...
It does sound like a
kill him by
pretty bad
feeding
way
him
to
vegetables.
go.
Yeah, Wart doesn't like vegetables.
He hates vegetables. It's his least favorite food.
Sad.
And that's why you have to teach kids to love their vegetables, so they won't have any weaknesses.
Oh, I was going to say so they don't become supervillains?
I'm not worried about that. They have to have no weaknesses.
Gotcha.
Okay, fair enough. Like, choose your route, but just have no weaknesses.
Exactly.
Get good. Got it.
Be impermeable.
Oh, I did not like that first shuffle. That was a spot TM. I don't think I'm going to get the door skip there, unfortunately. I think we'll have to wait out another cycle. All right, 8-3 here in lost levels. I'm gonna call my shot and say I'm gonna defeat lost levels before SMB1. I always feel like that's the case, and I always find it hilarious Oh, come on. I did not get the jump I wanted there. Luigi's momentum's so weird in this. I discovered that while doing YOLO. Just sometimes I feel like I have his momentum. There we go. That's what I'd meant to do. Now here, there's a Kaizo block near these Hammer Bros, so you kind of have to do small, short hops over them. Okay. 1, 2. All right, that was actually a pretty good spot. That was a great spot for a shuffle there. I'm going to say that was meant to happen because of the death, but, you know, I can't fool y'all. Okay, so here we're going to lose flight for a second, but we can get it back with this. It's one of the advantages I have in the Blue Yoshi. All right, and here you go. Here comes your special world brought to you by your donations to Starlight Children's Foundation. So thank you.
These are the 8 arguably most difficult levels in Super Mario World, and they're all named things like expert course and challenging course. And there's 2 levels in Special World in the Japanese version that is named Mario Staff is Very Impressed.
I feel like all my shuffler deaths have been in Mario 1 so far. Me and this game, we do not get along today. All right, so I'm going to try to grab one of my power-ups in this stage and another power-up in the stage after this. And we should be fine in theory after that. I'm just going to try to play it a little bit safer than I normally would. Are you going to let me have this? Yes. Thank you. Something about Mario 1 and me. Oh, I hit that jump button.
I know you did. I felt it from here. Completely robbed.
Mario 1, what are you doing to me today? What are you doing to me today? Oh, okay. You know what? Fair. If we can get this out of the rotation, that would be a big help.
Vegetables are
Oh,
so
there we
menacing.
go.
All right. GG.
Thank you.
On this one.
Yep. All right, got even the pause buffer strat there.
All right, so we will not be seeing any more SMB2 US. Sorry for all of the Super Mario Bros. 2 fans, but it's over.
That was a pretty good SMB2. I would be very happy with that SMB2.
You should be very happy with the SMB2.
Very, very clean in general. I mean, there were a few deaths there that I didn't like, but it's the shuffler. I mean, that just comes with the territory. I can't wait to be done with Mario 1. There we go. My opinion, 8-2 of SMB1 is nastier than most of the 8s in Lost Levels. But again, I play as Luigi, so maybe it's a little different as Mario there. Was there anything else out that you were thinking about with the shuffler that you wanted to say maybe we can do some, what the heck did that Hammer Brother just do? No, you get back over here. And think about what you did. I'm not gonna duck here. Now this I will have to buffer a little bit, sadly. I want to try to keep my Fire Flower for Bowser kill. Okay, never mind. I got lucky. Because there's no way you're holding down the down button there. All right, cool. Did I get an extra input after grabbing the orb? I don't know if I've seen that before. That's unique. All right, so now we're going to Air Force here, and I want to I didn't get a chance to shout out the Wheel of Attachment before in SMB2, but I will give a shout out to Mr. Oglib for the Oglib Super Tank Strat TM. You want to know what you do? You hold on to the end part of the screen at the beginning, and you just hold the button. Ooh. Okay.
A little bit of progress on SMB2J. Never hurt anyone?
Nope. Never.
So like I said before, now that Sky's in 8-4, she can't move backwards from 8-4 because even if she were to game over by some chance, which she's not even at risk of.
I am.
Oh, sorry. My bad.
Fine.
Even if she were to game over, she just starts 8-4 over, so it's really an ideal scenario.
Yeah. So we go here. I like this trick where you hit the ceiling down. It puts you right where you need to go. There are several nasty rooms here in 8-4. 8-4 has been the bane of a lot of my friends who've been playing Lost Levels casually, and this castle in particular is one of the bad ones, TM. So again, as stated before, I will, until SMW is over, I will resume Lost Levels in the A's, just so we can have something to rotate with SMW. We'll rotate in the letter worlds. And that's not an
Yeah, it's
official...
not a lot of fun to play a shuffler when it's not shuffling, or at least it's not as fun. So Sky's gonna keep going even though SMB2J is done, just so there's something to shuffle with it.
Well, we'll be done, but yes, I know what you mean. But yeah, I usually do that. So the minute SMW is over, that's when I will take away Lost Levels and be like, okay, well that's, oh, right, back to that mess. Back to this hot mess. That was something else, Oth. That was like a frame perfect escape there.
I didn't make it. I didn't tell them how to
No! Why did I do that to myself? Not my sharpest there. All right, I can do this. Don't want to have to do... You know what? At this rate, I might be able to get rid of Lost Levels if I have to do World 8 again. No. No! No, move. Move up. Uppies. Thank you. Ah, come on, man. All right, so never mind. I will get rid of Lost Levels then, and we'll just trade off with this, and that should make this end smoothly. Does anyone have a timer right now? I just need to know where I am for the sake of that, actually. Does anybody know where I currently am in my run, time-wise?
I think that we got about 25-ish minutes left. Yeah.
We'll be done then by then.
Yeah, I want to say about 25 minutes is right.
Yeah, so I'll
27, sorry.
I will end Lost Levels then when that ends, and hopefully Mario 1 can be faster than that way. All right, so I'm going to try to get a fire kill here and kind of redeem my Mario 1 mishaps. Now, fire kill is much more difficult to get than the hammer kill. It takes way more fireballs, like way more fireballs, and you still want to try to set up a regular Bowser death via jumping if you can, just in case. Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. We'll go with that. All right, so reverse L jump. Probably one of my least like jumps in all of 2D Mario, so you're going to want to not give yourself an option to second think that. Do the hop there, go around. It's a pretty good strat for reverse L jump. Now here, this is a little mini maze here, so what we're going to want to do is take the most precarious route. That's the Lost Levels way. We get the little ding, and here we go. Now there is this is probably like the last real trial here. There we go. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I'm not gonna jinx it, but this guy's doing really well in SMB2J.
Bye, Bruce.
What a bop, though.
Oh no, that's
Well, see, it's never impossible for me to sabotage.
It's your job here today.
I did not take my clip. I was not thinking there because I was thinking about Lost Levels, but we'll have to regular kill him. The good news is we still have a power-up right now. We'll have to kill Bowser the old-fashioned way, which sometimes that's what I have to do anyways, because my fireball kill is not my strongest in this game by any means. I typically do a hammer kill, even in Warpless, even if it costs me a few seconds to go get a hammer suit. And no, I'm not going to do the hitbox thing because, again, it's a little precarious in All-Stars. At least to me it is. I need that Yoshi.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Yoshi will be fine. I just hope we get our Koopa shell back. Yes, we do. Yep, no problem here. If I was going to do that on a stage, Gnarly was definitely a good one. Now, what I want to do is I want to try to get myself to the end of this stage as quickly as possible because I do not, and I repeat, I do not want a bad shuffle on Tubular. Okay. Yeah, I've had a lot of good saves. That's a really good point. Like, for as many blunders as I've had with SMB1, I've had good saves in the other 4 games.
100%.
That was one of them shuffler deaths right there.
That's gonna happen.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But you know what? We'll pick you up a little bit if that's okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. We've got Veriphage coming in with $5.11. That was that cute little flute that we heard. Thank you so much.
Aw.
And again, we're here for Starlight Children's Foundation. We've already raised enough money for the 15th and 16th handheld consoles that they're going to be giving to children, and with all the elaborate setups to safely move from room to room, complete with a TV as well. But yeah, we're on our way. When we can hit 14K, we will have successfully raised enough for the 17th and 18th handheld consoles. And part of that too right now is because it's a special thing for this event, but basically for every handheld funded, which is about 1,600, a second one will be delivered to a hospital serving medically underserved and vulnerable communities, made possible by Starlight's incredible partners. So yeah, thank you to Starlight for that. Pretty cool stuff that's going on this event. And back to you with the shuffler madness and the tubular 90s terms that we've been thrown out.
Yep. Oh, look at, I can't do Mario 1, but I can do tubular on my first try, you know?
I mean, if any stage is going to go real smoothly, please God, let it be tubular.
Tubular.
That was a beautiful tubular, though. It really was. It was a beaut. All right, so again, we're gonna leave Yoshi here. Oh, that's fine. That's actually that's a good shuffle. That's a good shuffle right there. That's fine. I need Mario to be a little probably here anyways to dodge the last couple. Okay. Yeah, when Tubular goes bad, it does go bad. Yeah, there we go. Really good Mario 1 overall for having 3 hands. Tiny Death in 8-1, like Mario 1 was good.
Very nice.
Air Force was good. It was a good Mario 1. Oh, sorry, good Mario 3, excuse me. All right.
Well, GG Mario 3.
Yeah. Oh, hey, I didn't die.
Hey, you made it.
Look at that.
By the skin of your teeth.
I didn't even have both hands on the controller because I was getting rid of Mario 3 there. All right. That's 2 down, 3 to go. I'm kind of scared of what's going to happen in Lost Levels given where that shuffle happened. It was probably in the worst spot it could have been in that last room. We are just going to hope for the best. But hey, Tubular went well.
You know, you take it where you can get it sometimes.
I saw that coming from a mile away. I'm like, this is a bad idea. Yeah. All right. I can do this. It's just... Okay. Okay, you know what? That works. Because here, I do need to do a lot of levels in flight. So... let's focus on that. So here, we trade one Yoshi for another. It's really not too bad here. We're going to get a blue Yoshi via wings here in Way Cool. Or whatever it's called in the Super Famicom version. Okay, we have Awesome next.
I love that this world's so fitting for Starlight too, just because that overworld screen has all the cute little stars.
Oh, I love it too.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that coming.
My heart hurts for you because you did so well. You did not deserve this mistreatment.
Nah, it's fine. It's fine. It's part of the... You gotta be a good sport.
I know. No, that is the shuffler ethos. I'm just saying, like...
That should have been a deathless 8-4. It was. That's just where... And again, I'm not gonna pause buffer. I could have paused buffer that room and we could have been done by now, but that's not in the spirit of the shuffler. Gotta be a good sport. I just get to show everyone again how decent I am at Lost Levels.
You say decent, but we know you meant amazing.
Yeah. My reverse L jumps are right on today, though. That was, again, good. It's just the Koopa jump. The Koopa jump is probably the most... Oh, great. Okay. That's fine. Oh. I did not know I could mount Yoshi like that. I'm going to be entirely honest, Doth.
Yeah, you were right against the block, so you got pushed right back on.
I've never done that before. Hey, good awesome, though. Very good awesome with the shuffle right in the middle.
You said the thing. You said I've never been on mic for that before.
Oh,
this
gosh,
has never happened before.
Yeah, the thing had to be said at least once, you know?
Yeah, of course.
So this is going to be our last full stage with Yoshi. So everyone be sure to enjoy Yoshi while we can. Yoshi will unfortunately be going away after this stage to the depths of the ocean in Mondo. So here we just take the star like so and we just... Whoa! Okay, all right. You know what? Fine. William, don't you dare even think about it.
I love that full names come out when you're angry.
Excuse me!
Exactly.
What was that hitbox? Did you see that?
William just full bodied you.
Like, what was that hitbox? It looked like I was gonna land on both, which I did land on both of them, but what was that?
That was unfair.
This game don't like me today. That's okay. We still love charity.
That's right. And if you love charity too, please consider donating to Starlight Children's Foundation. You can hit that purple button right below the stream that says donate to charity, or the link up top, donate.zeldathon.com.
Oh, that jump was so unfortunate. That was a buffered input yet again. Okay. I will call out William all day, I assure you. Okay, come on. Some jump here. Again, we're gonna go around like that. Beautiful. 3 for 3 on my reversals today. I really can't be mad at myself. That is usually a really hard jump for me. All right, so we're gonna go across here, through here. Okay. Good place there for an SMW shuffle. I approve. All right.
As you're kind of cruising through these stages, would it be okay if I showed some of the merch that people can get today?
Oh, please do. Yes, by all means.
Awesome. I won't be too long here, but if you hop on over to the Zeldathon store, this is a little delayed on my end, I'm sorry. Zeldathon.com/store, you can go and pick up one of our unique designs, the unique design rather, for the Retro Rodeo. This is the Yeehaw Squad, designed by Dayumi, the one, the only, our champion, one of our lovely designers. But it's a really, really cute design. I love it a lot. I feel like it just encapsulates the spirit of the whole weekend, the whole event. So yeah, go on over to the Zeldathon.com/store and get yours now. And it does support, some of it does go toward the charity. Some of the other merch that you can pick up is also just available generally on Zeldathon.com/store. And yeah, lots of our stuff that's there pretty much all year round. Also, some prizes. If you donate a total of $50 during the event, that does enter you to win some of our fabulous prizes this event. As you can see on screen, we've got the Game Boy Lego set, pretty cool prize to possibly win. We got Super Mario Bros. The original in the background there, and I believe that is, ooh, I don't want to make things up. If you head over to zeldathon.com/prizes, I'm sure you can zoom in and get a better look at exactly what that is. But in the front, I think one of my favorite prizes that I wish I could like win all over again is actually the Super Nintendo Classic from, I believe that came out in like 2018. I actually have one at home. I love it so much, and it was a pretty limited run thing. So pretty cool prizes, honestly, that you guys can win for donating a total of $50 or more during the event. So get those donations in for Starlight Children's Foundation. And I will kick it back to you, Sky.
All right. Did you notice I got flight like 3 times on the small thing, but just could not finish it?
Yep, that's a tricky stage. I mean, the screen not scrolling up means you're kind of flying blind a little bit. This is the hardest level in this game. Never mind. Okay. So we're back here. Sky's flying over a really nasty level that is fortunately not too nasty if she has a cape. I hope she keeps it.
I hope so too. These Hammer Brothers are living rent-free in my head right now. Like that was like the back pixel for that.
Baby toe.
Yeah, like literally if you saw where that death took place, that was right on the baby toe. All right, you know what? I'm just not going to mess with that. I'm going to go for the second one instead. Are you kidding me, game? Okay, so this is recoverable. It's not nice, but it's recoverable. Now the question is, do I have enough area to get flight here? The answer is no. Can I get William to bounce here, though? Oh, crap.
Yeah, the typical strategy is to, use those, but if you have another option, you should always take it, because...
Yeah. Definitely between a rock and a hard place here for this.
If you stand on it, it won't fire.
Oh, come on. Yeah, I thought about waiting at the beginning of this stage, but I was talking about being... Yeah, I should probably better off taking a death here. All right. Let's see if I can do this. In between a rock and a hard place for this, but I believe in the dream of not being caught between Hammer Brothers, and this is still not a great start here. Come on. So yeah, I've chosen to take a death. All I have to do is go back into Groovy, and I'll be able to get my cape back. It's this one. Yeah, I'm going to take it a little easier through here in Mario 1 just because, again, I'm again down to 1 life here. All right. Oh, heck yeah. Okay. Maybe things are turning around a little bit. Maybe. That's fine. We knew we were going to do that. So what I probably should have done there was just wait for a proper shuffle. But again, I wanted to try at least once to see if I could recover in the air. All right, so I'm going to grab this just because I don't know if or when it's going to shuffle. I'd rather have a Yoshi on me if it was going to do that. Arthur talked about this life insurance policy earlier. But yeah, it's kind of hard to keep flight when the shuffle happens. I'll take it on every dang time, but at the same time, it's kind of like, eh. Actually,
We are, just so you know, we're down to our last 10 minutes of the segment here.
Okay. Oh, I hope I can get it by then. I want that so badly.
I believe.
Yeah, usually for this, I ask to be granted 18 extra minutes, but I know the segments work a little bit differently on here, so 10 usually
We'll consider it a survival attempt, you know?
Yeah.
If you beat it in the time, then cool, and if not, everyone got to see an hour and a half of cool shuffler.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, you still GG'd 2 games, which is impressive.
Yeah, Mario
And
3 and both Mario 2s. All right.
We do have a note from our producer saying if you're pretty close, we can always give you a few extra minutes.
Okay.
So yeah, it doesn't necessarily have to be a super hard cut. So just I'll try to ask where you're at in 10 minutes from now just to get a gauge.
Oh yeah. All right. So
Or maybe it'll be obvious.
Since the shuffler was a little more better there, we're gonna try doing this now. Yeah, keeping flight through a shuffle is definitely one of the things I'd like to improve on. It's not easy. It's not easy because, again, you're trying to push the back part of the directional.
Yeah, the thing I was specifically going to say before was that this is a very simple stage if you have a cape and you're flying. But as soon as you're on the ground, this becomes one of the hardest levels in the game.
Okay.
So Sky took advantage of a shuffle happening right there and said, okay, here's my window. I won't get another shuffle for like 40 seconds. I gotta go.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why for a marathon, I tend to do between 45 and 60 versus 30 and 60, just because you are on the clock during a marathon. So I try to be practical about it. So now I'm going to go back and, well, I was going to go back and get a cape, but I guess now I'm going to go back into Funky. Take care of business there.
Yeah,
No.
Funky's also a lot less dangerous if you touch the ground, so...
It's got some spots, but no, compared to Outrageous, certainly.
Yeah, way back in the day when I used to be a speedrunner, I've done no cape categories of Super Mario World, and Outrageous is nightmare-inducing.
Oh, it very much is. Now here, admittedly, I have played it a little safer here in SMB1 because, again, of the Oh, nice hitbox, really. Nice hitbox is. I wonder if that Hammer Brother ever got a name to him. Thanks, game. There we go.
That's another game down.
But yes, we'll let the shuffle happen there, and then we'll be down to just SMW. Now, here's why I'm okay with that. A, because we're kind of strapped for time, and B, also we're just doing the Bowser fight at that point, so... Okay. I guess we're just gonna go to Funky. And like I said, it's a much less nasty stage. But yeah, we'll be down to just one game here, and we'll keep it down to the one game just for the sake of time. But I'll tell you, you know, it would have been really easy to crumble under the pressure there from just Mario 1 being nasty. I'm really glad I made it across the finish line with 1 life left there.
Yeah. You've got it. You've got the sauce.
All right.
The secret sauce. Well, GG's to Mario 1.
Yep.
So yeah, this stage is a lot less nasty, so touching down is not a death sentence like it is with Outrageous.
No, you're absolutely correct there. I have proven Oss' point to be correct, and I am not salty about it in the slightest. But you know what I am? I'm this.
You are super player.
Don't forget the 2 exclamation points, you know?
So cute. All right.
All right, so all we have left is just Bowser's Castle, so we should be able to finish here.
Good
That
luck.
should be less than 5 minutes.
Yeah, where are we on the clock right now? Are we still in the 120 range?
I believe so. Yeah, I mean, technically, we've got about 5 minutes left.
Really?
So-
We're still in the...
Yeah.
I took 2 game overs on Mario 1. How am I still in the 120 range?
You got this, Sky. Let's go.
What the
You're a real
heck?
gamer.
I guess all the other
I
games
know.
were pretty clean, though, so... All the other games were very clean, so I guess if you only have 1 bad game out of the 4, it's still not bad. I still can't believe I'm with, like, even in the ballpark of the estimate after that.
When the Funky told you are super player.
It did. Well, so did the title card of Lost Levels as well. All right, so the only thing I'm really, like, salty about right now, Lost Levels should have been a 1cc. Like, I'm a little bummed about that, just because of that death in the final room off the shuffle. But other than that, I'm pretty happy with this run overall. And Outrageous is going to have a death in it about 50-50 of the time. The level that needs to go well, and Oth was talking about this earlier, was Tubular. Because Tubular, you have so many steps to get back to where you are. There's going to be some flashing here. Not frequent flashing, but some flashing. So another little content warning there. But yeah, y'all, please be sure to go give Oth and Amaya a follow. I have been so happy to have them aboard. I want to thank Clinkit as well for just being an avid supporter of this run. I really appreciate that as well. And of course, our wonderful tech crew is here too. And of course, everybody for donating as well. I very much appreciate that as we are here ready to kick Bowser's booty in.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
It's been a pleasure. Been so
Yeah,
much
make sure
fun
you follow
watching you.
Sky as well. She's been doing
Yes.
her YOLO project, so trying to beat a ton of games with one life only. You only live once, and so it's a beating all these games deathless. Some of them really are not designed for it.
That's for sure, especially Lost Levels. That one was definitely not meant to do in one life.
And hey, don't
Yes,
forget
we saw.
don't forget to continue supporting the Side Quest Retro Rodeo.
Absolutely.
You okay?
Keep those donations coming for Starlight Children's Foundation. But yeah, this has been an awesome segment. Thank you again for running the shuffler today, Sky.
Oh, sure, absolutely. And again, all y'all there have kept me calm through some of the lower points in this. A lot of high points, but sometimes those low points can really get into your head as a speedrunner. So just y'all have been so encouraging, and I really appreciate that. You know, my team, my commentators, my hosts, like that is just as an important a role, if not more, because again, we're raising money for charity as I am. So thank you.
Aw. Well, big love to you, Sky.
Oh, thanks.
You got this.
Oh yeah, I got a really funny cheese here in the last phase. If you don't know about this, this is hilarious. I never take this one for granted either. If you crouch here in the corner, you can't be hit.
Once.
Okay. Well, you know, you can take the magic out of it.
I'm just saying, if he comes back for you, you're getting hit.
Chat wants you to know that they're also on your team. Can we get some
Heck
love
yeah.
for Sky in the chat?
And time.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
GG.
What was my time? If you don't mind me, if anybody sees it.
I don't have an official timer on hand. I don't know, Auth, if you have
I hope
something
it's
going.
I hope it's sub 130. That'd be cool.
I didn't keep a timer. But we've definitely been going for less than an hour 30.
Yeah. No, I think it is. I think it's sub 130. But we'll have
My
to,
heart will
we'll have to
always
look it
be
back.
sub 130.
Thanks. But yeah, that is the Mario All-Stars all 5 1 hour 28, and that was with like a train wreck. So I really can't complain about that even as a runner. So I'm pretty happy about that. So again, thank you.
Incredible job.
Thank you to Author Blues, Amaya, and all of the wonderful crew here at Zeldathon. And thank you also to the chat for having my back and also donating. Really appreciate that, y'all, for the Starlight Children's Foundation. I am twitch.tv/Skyvilles, youtube.com/Skyvilles. And please stay tuned. I believe the finale is coming up here at Zeldathon SideQuest. Thank you so much again for having me, Zeldathon. And looking forward to that final run. Y'all got this.